Oh, okay.
All right. Just like Overvoltage said, welcome to match one of week 7 of season 1, Legacy Mediocre League. Danny, Romario, Tinfins, Nick Fit. What's the matchup? How do you like it? Who do you think is favored?
Uh,
As if we already don't know.
I think I think I'll have to give it to Caleb, even though I don't know. We've seen some things happen in this league that maybe we don't know, but yeah, Caleb definitely has the edge on this one. What do you think?
Yeah, I have to agree. Having played a deck very similar to Dave's against Caleb last week and getting brutally destroyed, despite the fact that I actually had counterspells too post board. Dave has none of that. Yeah, Caleb's just gonna go under. Like Dave has Deathrite Shaman as a tool, which is relevant alongside the discard,
Right.
but it's this.
It feels really rough for.
It's anything could happen. For example, this is a hand that. Oh, I was gonna say this is a hand that Caleb could mulligan, and we would.
Well, so Caleb decided to keep the hand, which. What do you think Dave names here? Well, he named Entomb.
Yeah, in the dark, he did what I would. He did what I did last week and named Entomb. Simply because there are fewer ways to actually get Gristlebrand in the graveyard than there are to get him out.
Oh, look at what Caleb just drew.
Oh my!
Oh no, it is a turn one,
This
right?
is gonna be turn 1.
Oh my gosh! All right,
This is gonna be turn 1.
Dave's it's probably like, is this real life?
Especially because Caleb didn't make a land drop.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's.
So there's not gonna be a shortage of mana here.
Oh, wait, see Fox in the channel. I just to say hi. Shout out to one of the guys that watch my stream too. He's a big Reanimator fan. So.
Yeah, this is okay. So we've got. Oh, we've got enough mana. Just Caleb off one draw 7 has enough mana to go Dark Ritual into Cabal Therapy himself. Name Emrakul, trigger on the stack, Shallow Grave, attack for 22. I know previously I said 23, but it's actually 22. I ran the math.
Well, I like how Caleb didn't even try to go for the. I still got all these. And
I can appreciate the efficiency in saving time.
Yeah, exactly. All right, looks like that was a. All right, so it kind of went the way we thought it was going to happen.
Yeah, impressive. Drawing the Entomb off the draw step too is just such a dagger too.
It was.
Ugh.
Because like David can feel like I played it correctly, but it didn't matter.
Yeah. So Dave brings in Pithing Needles and Chains of Mephistopheles, all very reasonable. All of them stop Gristlebrand.
Correct.
Caleb.
Now,
Just Caleb bring in a card? Honestly, just Caleb bring in a card? Because they have deck lists.
Well, now he comes. I guess it's like the game within the game. Like, does Dave think that Caleb is going to bring the Monastery Mentor combo? I mean, not combo, the strategy, or he's just going to try to win again? I think Caleb is just going to keep the deck the same way because he knows David has no ways to interact with Gristlebrand like on turn 1. Except for the Pithing Needle. So I'm not really sure. All right, so it looks like Caleb's actually.
Yeah, he was in. It looks like he was in the tank for a bit, or maybe looking at the deck list and deciding what his move was based on there. The thing is about Dave is, I personally think he's got enough dead cards that he can kind of hedge a little bit. Like he cut the Minister of Pain, but at the same time, like. That's probably just better than Bone Shredder I don't know, because Bone Shredder hits the Mentor itself, Minister deals with the tokens, but Minister's probably better than, like...
Siege Rhino. Siege Rhino is not gonna...
Yeah, I mean, just, a lot of things. Thragtusk, he's cutting the Thragtusk, that seems very medium. Honestly, Eldrazi Displacer, like, if you can get it, I guess you can make it so Gristlebrand and Emrakul can't attack, and, like...
I think cards like Siege Rhino should not be there because you're not going to get that far. And if you do, you're probably going to win anyways.
Yeah.
So, like, and Caleb is still deciding. It looks like Caleb's got a mix of still has the combo, but not. He brought Swords to Plowshares, I'm assuming, for Deathrite Shamans.
Probably.
If you look at.
Chain of Vapor just as a catch-all.
Right. It kind of does the same thing, too. So that way he's kind of. He sort of has 4 Swords to Plowshares. 22 over 11 attack steps, yeah. He did side out the Children of Corliss, which I understand because it is one of the worst draws for this deck.
Yeah, I could also see him bringing in the Tendrils just as, like, I don't know, just another way to get, to, like, you know, if there's any sort of, like, interaction on Dave's end, maybe just try to mini stuff. I don't even know. It's probably fine.
Yeah, I don't think that part really matters too much here, but you blink on game one was over, Mattis. So it looks like, well, let's see. We can only see
Dayv, that Dryad Arbor is like poses a bit of a conundrum on Dave's end because, you know, it makes Green Zenith for X is 0 blank, and it means he's not going to be able to therapy. He's not going to be able to Green Suns for Veteran Explorer next turn unless he draws another land. Caleb has admittedly kept a bit of a slower hand. Although I like this one better than the last one because
look at this. Just a remark. So they like named Brainstorm. Caleb just drew a Brainstorm again, off the top. So we finally cracked the code. So whatever card you name with Cabal Therapy against Caleb Dory, he's gonna draw the next draw step.
Yeah, I guess. I wish I had that ability. That would be. I mean, that was like kind of similar what happened with me, where I named. I named Entomb, but he had double Shallow Grave, and I was like 50-50, and that allowed him to combo off. But yeah, so firing off the Brainstorm that he drew, hitting
some lands,
flats, Lotus Petal, so not much help.
He's probably gonna put both dual lands back, I guess, or maybe the Chromox. Yeah.
Yeah.
Play the fetch land and
fetch ponder.
Yeah, he's gonna play a ponder, and he knows there's a Veteran Explorer coming up next turn.
Yep.
I mean, he doesn't know for sure, but he might be able to guess it.
I mean, he's got to guess that Dave's at least a little mana light because he didn't flashback. He at least he didn't want to completely mess himself up with the flashback on therapy sacking Dryad Arbor.
Correct.
So Entomb Delta Gristlebrand. I can see keeping the Entomb and then drawing the Delta, keeping the Entomb on top and shuffling away the Gristlebrand.
Yeah, that's probably the right way.
Doing that to protect the Entomb from Cabal Therapy.
Oh, you can probably just like Entomb on his upkeep, I guess. So he doesn't
can also draw the Entomb and then Entomb off Lotus Petal, probably what will likely be in response to a therapy.
So let me see. Oh, we kind of lost the ponder. Oh, there you go. All right.
He's still pondering.
Okay. So we still Caleb is still deciding what he's going to do. Oh. All right. So Danny, I think maybe what Caleb might be thinking. He might be thinking about actually hard casting Gristlebrand.
Ooh, hard cast. Is he?
Because
4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he actually can hard cast Gristlebrand. I think next turn.
So I think he might be thinking about
right?
if he draws Entomb. Let me see. So it's one. Well, Dark Ritual. Okay. So 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah,
he has it. He has it. He has to count on Dave. Well, he has to count on Dave not naming Dark Ritual.
Well, he's not going to.
He decides to take the Entomb.
Right, because that's the safest route. All right, so this is interesting now. This is not how I thought this game might be played out. So now Dave, I don't know if Dave has to think about here. Yeah, go ahead.
He drew the Entomb. There wasn't. If we did want to go on the Hardcrest Gristlebrand line, I'm pretty sure with like assuming Veteran Explorer that there might have been. I don't think Caleb has enough basics. I think he only has one basic to do it, but He has to be relying on not stripping away Dark Ritual from his hand. So Entomb sets him up a lot better in that regard to actually like combo off as opposed to.
Yeah, it looks like Caleb's got a island and a swamp in his deck.
Island and a swamp. Okay, yeah, my was take you off for me to load. So he potentially actually could have drawn the Gristlebrand and banked on Dave having a Veteran Explorer here. Of course, we say that having perfect information on Dave's end. And knowing that this was the most likely play, I think in Caleb's seat, this is with the information he has access to. I agree with his line.
So, what do you think? Caleb skips the fetching for the lands and just draws the Delta and then Gristlebrand, or do you think he go against the lands?
I mean,
because Veteran Explorer is amazing.
I think he has to first. I think before all of this, he has to decide whether or not he wants to actually cast the Entomb. Because Dave named Brainstorm previously, and he doesn't know. Even though Caleb hasn't drawn an Entomb, that's that's still an option of if Caleb is concerned about being leveled in that regard of Dave just naming the most dangerous card as opposed to naming a card he has.
Oh, he's gonna do it.
Okay, he's plowing the. Okay, so by plowing the Dryad Arbor, he's taken himself off the. Well, no, he hasn't actually taken himself off the hardcast Gristlebrand plan.
He doesn't. So hold on, 3. No, he's only got 6 mana.
He.
Oh, he still has the Delta on top. I'm sorry, that's 7.
Yeah, he still has the. Well, Gristlebrand is 8.
Yeah, correct. So, but I'm saying he's not.
So 4 on 1, 2, 5. Yeah, no, he has. Yeah, City fetched.
Okay,
yeah,
so
didn't want to keep the Gristlebrand. Used a free shuffle.
Now
gets to throw out the Entomb without actually cracking the Lotus Petal.
Okay.
Just in case.
Yeah, I mean, he also knows that Devin. The only way he has a way to bring it to this to stop his plan is with Deathrite Shaman.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's just going to guess a Displacer. Oh man. Oh my gosh. I need to learn top deck like that.
Well, I mean, name Shallow Grave, which I also agree. If you're gonna name a reanimation effect in the dark, that's what I do too. Simply because there are more copies of Shallow Grave than there are of Goryo's Vengeance, 4 as compared to 3, but
GG
it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
We're swinging for 22, right? And he's at 21.
At this point, I think Caleb's swinging for 22, and Dave loses his board.
Wow. Okay, that was this matchup kind of went the way we thought it was gonna go.
Yep.
So, we don't look like geniuses. We just like read the deck list and we figure out.
Yeah. Well, as someone who was on the receiving end of this last week playing Veteran Explorers, I feel for Dave.
You guys are playing Fair Magic, man.
I thought there'd be Delver of Secrets in this league.
I thought so too.
Can you blame me?
They promised me Delvers and Miracles, and we got none of those. It's so mediocre.
What are you gonna do? I guess.
You can't do anything. Just gotta play your Fair Magic versus the unfair decks.
Yep.
All right, guys. So you guys just saw a super interactive. Well, game 2 was kind of interactive. Game 1 was not. But that's how sometimes Magic goes. And and I'm Romario, and that's Denny. And who do we have coming up in the next round?
Me versus Brett. So more Nick Fit versus more Veteran Explorer on Gristlebrand action.
All right.